Hi guys, this week I wanted to give you guys a bit of a life update. There's been a lot going on and I like to talk to you guys about everything. As you know, it's cathartic for me and you give the most amazing advice, by the way. Like the comment section has been like a treasure trove of gold for us with just your advice about going through all these like life things that we're going through. So thank you for all the advice, and it's really been helpful. Before I get into it, if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And if you like the video, click a little like underneath. But the most amazing thing that you guys have been doing is giving, like, I made a couple of videos recently where I was like, I'm having anxiety. What advice do you have? Natural remedies. So many amazing suggestions, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try them. And then the other one was about ALFIE's IEP assessment, like what do I need to know, and just the wealth of information. You guys have all been through it. I'm so lucky to have you, so thank you. Yeah, so we got a big week coming up this week. I know we talked about you gave me some great advice about ALFIE's IEP assessment and you know, not to worry and stuff like that, and that was really good. I did think about that when we were in there, and it wasn't too bad, you know. Everyone seemed very friendly and everyone seemed like they're on the same page, like they just want to, you know, help him live an most amazing life as he can all the time, and that's what I want. I just want the boy to be happy. These things, you know, like you were saying, they're just there to help, so there's nothing to be scared of, is there? So I really bear that in mind with the assessment. But this week we've got the actual meeting, and that's the big one. That's when they tell us what he's going to get, what services he's going to get, and you know, I'm excited. He's 3. He's going to be going to preschool. It's big life stuff, big moments coming up, emotional as well. I mean, imagining him going to school, just, you know, it kills me. But I'm excited for him because I know the boy needs input. I can see it when he's at home. I can see that he's, you know, he wants as much input and information as he can get, and he's, you know, he's ready. He's definitely ready. So I'm excited for that. So this week is really going to be finding out about the map for his future in a way. It's crazy. I mean, I think they do the IEPs every year, but this is the first one. And you guys told me to get an advocate, you know, get someone that has been through it before. So I took your advice and I got an advocate. And this lady knows the system inside and out. What she's done is she said, give me the reports 3 to 4 days before we have the meeting, and I'm going to look at them. And we have a call on Wednesday and the meeting is on Thursday. So on Wednesday we're going to have a call with the advocate, and she's going to tell us what she expects will happen, I guess. And then we have the meeting, and I don't know, like, I got so many questions, like, what happens after the meeting? Does he go to school like the week after? Do they get him into a school, and then do we have to, what happens? I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what to, I know I want him to go to school, and there's a local school that seems really good, and I hope he can get in there, and who knows what he's gonna get, you know? I mean, it's also confusing though, when I hear about things like PALS programs and things like that, and I research it online, and it's, I still don't really understand. What it all means. But I guess once you're in it, you understand it, right? What is a PALS program? I thought the PALS program was when he has like a chaperone in the classes, but now I don't think that when I look online, some places don't do that, so I don't even know what that is, really. We want him to go to an ordinary school that has support for kids with special needs. I think that would be really good for him. And not just me, he has a child development specialist, and she said the same thing. Everyone seems to think that a regular school with extra support, if needed, is good, and he's gonna definitely need the extra support. The three main things that they did reports on was speech, OT, which is occupational therapy, which seems to cover attention, which he finds it hard to concentrate on something, although he's getting better. He kind of bounces around between things, and OT seems to be concentrating on building up his concentration so he can sit and do something that's not necessarily his favourite thing. He's so strong-willed, that boy. He's just like me. If he doesn't want to do something, he's not going to do it. So we'll see how they get on with that. OT is also motor skills, gross motor and fine motor, like big movements and small finger movements. So he doesn't seem to have much of an issue with that, although they say small motor skill may need a bit of help. And the other one is the psychological report. Now, they wanted to do a new psych report on him, but we only got his diagnosis like 5 months ago. So it seemed like it was putting him through another whole set of, tests, and he doesn't like it. He gets really stressed out. So I said, will you accept the diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder, autism? Will you accept that diagnosis as is psychological? And they said yes. So now all those 3 reports have gone to this lady, and she's going to look at them and tell us what she thinks is going to happen. And then I'm just so excited for him to go to school. I know he's gonna, well, I don't know, I hope he's gonna love it, but I feel like he's gonna love it. He's not shy, he's very, I took him to the park a couple of days ago. It was really funny. This little girl had a doll. I was watching her, and I could see her with the doll. And then I was on the bench, and he was in the play area. And I reached down to get my coffee, and I picked it up, took a sip, and I look over, and then Alfie's got the doll, and he's coming down the slide. So I was like, oh no, he's taking the doll. So I went over to the little girl, and I said, Alfie, you've got to give the doll back. And the little girl was like, it's my doll, it's not your doll. And Alfie gave it back, it was good. But the mum of the little girl said, no, maybe you should share with this little boy. Maybe he wants to play with the doll, which was lovely. So then the little girl gave Alfie the doll, and then he's playing with the doll in the sand. But then he's like, well, they gave me the doll, I fancy having that bucket and spade as well. So he just went over and took the bucket and spade as well. I'm like, Alfie, you can't take the bucket and spade. You've got the doll. The bucket and spade. You can't have that as well. So he gives the bucket and spade back. Then the lady's like, oh, I've got some snacks for the little girl. And the minute he saw them, he was in front of the little girl. He was standing there looking at her mum. Like, you got snacks as well? You gave me the doll. I took the bucket and spade. I wasn't allowed that. Gave it back. But you gave me the doll, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some snacks. It was so cute. And she was really laughing, and I thought it was the funniest thing. Like he was like, well, I got one thing, so why can't I have a few more things? And it was funny. So, but the point I'm making is he's not shy. He doesn't seem to be shy. He doesn't really engage that much with kids yet, although that is getting better. He plays alongside kids, but he's not shy. And like, I was really shy at school, and I was really scared of all the kids, and he's not like that. So that's really good. I've got high hopes for him with socializing. And yeah, I just want him to be happy, and hopefully this is the first step in him being happy. Well, he's already happy already. He's happy at home with us, obviously, but this would be the first step in him continuing to be happy out in the world, I should say. So yeah, it's an emotional time. It's going to be, I'm kind of really scared of this week. I just don't want to hear anything, but it's, this process is about highlighting his challenges rather than his strengths. So I've got to, be prepared for that. They're not going to be saying, oh, he's brilliant at this and this. They're going to be saying he needs help in this and this. So it's not going to be the most, Anyway, I'll tell you how it goes next week. Thank you for listening again this week. I love you guys, and I'll let you know how it goes. Once again, You are amazing with your advice. So any tips, just stick it down there in the comments. I do read them because it's like gold dust, this advice. Yeah, love you guys. See you next week.